Hey, the folks got a new knife for you. What I have here is a monster. You might have seen some other reviewers doing some videos on this beast. This is the PMP Knives Beast. This is a limited run by a pretty much no-name knife brand. It is Chinese produced. It is a monster of a knife. Now, a million years ago, actually not too long ago, maybe around 2013, the knife world was going crazy over overbuilt knives. It wasn't unusual to have a brick in your pocket during those days. And apparently, PMP Knives has an excess of titanium, D2 steel. They just had a lot of material and a pretty damn good CNC machine from the looks of it. So I was curious. I saw this, what's Blade Play? Blade Play. I think that's Blade Play. That's Blade HQ's sister company where they sell lesser known, cheaper produced knives. And this was on there. This is on its original run, and I think it wasn't that long ago. I think it was just in December of 2017. These were going for $350. $350 for all this ridiculous material. Somebody had a lot of stock in titanium and D2 steel, and recently I saw it on sale. Again, it's a limited run. I don't think they're making any more. It was on sale for $250, and when I saw that, you know what? Just as a reviewer, I gotta check it out. I have to check out this monster. I had to. That itch had to be scratched. For $250 with all these materials, I just had to do it. Now, of course, the obvious thing is this is definitely kind of like influence, not kind of, definitely influenced by the Medford Praetorians, obviously, with the fuller, with the hand grooves, the big overbuiltness, right? Now, I don't know if PMP Knives is just trying to make a name for themselves, and they do have other knives out there, escapes me, the other smaller, lighter version of another knife. If they're just trying to make a statement and trying to, boom, check us out, and then they put this out, I don't think it was a very successful run because, of course, they dropped it from $350 to $250. So I don't know if they got their name out there. It did pique my interest. So I'm not sure if their goal was to just, I don't know, devastate everybody with this gigantic knife, and then they're going to make better EDC knives. That is my hope, anyway. I don't know the gentleman's name, but I messaged him I DM'd him on Instagram, and I asked him, I mean, if you look at it, folks, and we'll talk about it, it's a pretty well-made knife with limitations. And if they can just dial it down and make a smaller knife, somebody over there has some skills. Because, all right, let's talk about it. So look at the blade. Here's the blade. This is D2 steel. It's a pretty decent design. Again, influenced, I'm sure, by Medford. It's got a swedge. It's got nice jimping. It's got these oversized thumb studs. It's got a coating. I think it's PVD. And the titanium. Look at the finishing on the titanium. So Medford has his grooves over here. They put the grooves over there. Right? Look at this is got chamfering on it. Look at the attention to detail. And we'll compare it. I got a Medford here. We'll compare it to one that Medford makes. Because, I mean, that is what they're trying to capture. I would imagine that's what they're trying to capture, the Medford market. And I think they did, if you don't mind experimenting. And I did. I took a gamble. I checked it out. I'll tell you right now, the finishing on this knife is pretty impressive. Exquisite. I mean, yeah, it's a gigantic knife, not practical. Definitely not EDC friendly. You might have to just leave this in your truck or your bag. Can't carry this in your pocket. It weighs 14 ounces, they say. I didn't weigh it. I could weigh it. Let's weigh it. Let's weigh this monster. Let's see what my scale says. All right. A little over 14 ounces. 14.12. Holy Christmas, that's a big knife. Yeah, just take a look at the work. So if they could take these talents and just push it towards a smaller knife. I don't know who made this in China. Look at that pocket clip. And it's got everything. It's got the over travel. Look at that over travel steel insert. It's about as thick, if not thicker, than most liner locks. So it's got the steel insert. Look at the size of that. Are you kidding me, folks? Is this going to lock fail? Are you predicting lock fail in the future for this gigantic piece of D2? It's got the over travel. You might be able to see. There. Lockup is early. The design is good. The finishing is good. The anodizing is nice. The blade is okay shape. It looks a little wonky. It looks like it's a little off because the swedge gives it the appearance that it's this kind of going south. Alright, so the blade length is 3.94. The thickness of the blade is 0.35 inches. I got some knives to compare it to. Overall length is 905 inches. Again, it's D2 steel. It's got 2 grinds on it. It's got a hollow grind, which tells me that somebody grinded the hollow. And then it's got a flat grind on this Tonto tip. Alright, so this is hollow, this is flat. I think they're sold out. I don't think there was a demand for it. Maybe I'm one of the few knife nuts that actually purchased it. I'm actually getting tired of lifting it. Alright, let's compare it. So let's compare it to a Medford. I have a Medford right here. I have the Medford Praetorian Genesis T, just to show you guys size comparisons. You can see the influences of Medford right there. Now, this is the T. The other Medford Praetorians do have the hand grooves. But this is a production run by Medford. You might call it custom. And you can see, compare the differences right there. The chamfering. No chamfering. Now, Medford Company is established. They don't have to, right? They do have a popular product. So maybe they feel they don't have to. But look at all the... What you get, folks. I got this for $250. I got this on Instagram. I think I paid $350 on the secondary. $250, $350. Let's see if I can do this. Holy Christmas. Look at this thing. Are you kidding me? That is just ridiculous. So once upon a time, there was a market for this. I don't think there is anymore. Again, I just bought it as a novelty to show to the Wieners and Steel guys. They'll probably laugh at me. But I gotta be honest. I dig it. I dig it. Alright, let me just show you one thing that I don't dig. Now, this is straight out of the box. I didn't do anything with it yet. Nothing. I'm sure I can fix this. Maybe. This is what got me. So they got this beautiful backspacer, this gear pattern backspacer. They got the lanyard hole. They got everything. It's a really good design. And then they said, you know what? I'm going to show them. I'm going to make this backspacer with this crevice to show that it's perfectly centered. And boom, that's where they fail, folks. That's where they fail. Now, it's not way off. It really isn't. If you look, you'll see that the grind, which tells me it's hand ground, that's slightly off. One side, if you can look at it, if you guys can see it, hopefully you guys can see it, is longer than the other. I think this side is longer than this side. Grinded more on that side. So that could be an easy fix. Now, I'm pushing this, right? I'm pushing this. It's pretty much where it is. Even if I center it, it's still going to be slightly off. Slightly. I just can't be bothered. It works well. It functions well. It is on washers. Look at this thing. Look at the tip. Oh my God. I don't know. I get a kick out of things like that. I got excited when I got it. I showed it to my boys on the DMs on Instagram. They laughed at me. They laughed at me. They said it was ugly. I don't think it's ugly. I mean, if you think Medford knives are ugly, yeah, you might think this is ugly. But I think it's actually a well-executed knife. Well-executed knife. Speaking of large knives, and again, back in the 2013, 2014 time. Boom, there it is. My debt collector. that collector's comparable in every way. Size, except maybe thickness of the blade. So I'm not a stranger to overbuilt, oversized knives. I am a fan of them. And I had to scratch that itch. You think anything dwarfs this knife? Yeah, I have one. Troubleblade's Mofo dwarfs it. So yeah, I'm pretty accustomed to large knives. Yeah, so I just want to show you guys that. There's definitely lots of videos you can check out that really goes into detail. They did a really good job on it. The thumb stud, as you see, doesn't... it's not like a blade stop. It's just to open up the blade. You can middle flick it if you're, if you like middle flicking knives. My friend told me, Brooklyn Tactical Designs, you drop that. That's chopping off a couple of toes. And he's probably right. You got to be super careful with this one. Super careful. Just look at the millwork. Look at the chamfering. Look at all the grease coming off it. Whatever's in there. Nice, almost a nice flow-through design. Milled pocket clip, ridiculous. My only criticism, and I told the gentleman, he was really cool before I bought it, because I was asking questions, because I was thinking about buying it. I don't know his name. It was just all on his Instagram. He was really cool. He was answering, and then I sent him the picture of this. What's up with that? No response. I don't know if I scared him. I sent him a picture of this, and maybe you could just do the logo. Don't fall into that trap of, and he doesn't really have too much on the blade, but this is just tacky. Maybe just a logo. I mean, I know he's trying to get his their name out there. I think the only other labels on this side. So that was it. I said, listen, you gotta fix that. I didn't complain. I didn't say I'll send it back. I didn't want my money back. I would just give him some constructive criticism, and I will send him this video so he could check it out. The pocket clip's nice, Could they have bronzed the steel hardware? Sure. Or maybe blacken it. That would be nice. I'm asking a lot though, right? For $250. This is ridiculous. Ridiculously underpriced. This would probably be a great knife for like Joe Bananas, who's got gigantic hands. But I know Joe puked when I showed it to him. He wasn't a fan. I'm a fan. Alright guys, quick overview for you guys of the PMP Knives Beast. I think that's it. I don't think they're sold anywhere anymore. So hopefully they make a smaller run at a great price. Can you imagine if they make a smaller run, like maybe the size of this Genesis T? Right? Lighter? God. He said maybe. The guy said maybe. Maybe they'll make another run. I hope they do. And if they keep that ridiculous price point at $250, that's a steal. Now again, I don't know if that's their ploy just to get people to notice them. Fanouche out.